Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we are grabbing a virtual coffee, maybe at Central Perk,
Sounds good.
because we're heading straight into the world of the 90s sitcom Friends. That whole scene, right? 6 friends in New York City.
Yeah, navigating, their 20s and 30s, careers, relationships, the usual stuff. But somehow it became this massive global thing.
Exactly. It ended, 2 decades ago? But it's still huge. People are still discovering it, still streaming it.
It's kind of amazing, isn't it?
It really is. And that's our mission today. We want to unpack why. How did this show about, just regular young adults become one of the most watched sitcoms ever worldwide?
There's got to be more to it than just the jokes, right?
For sure. We're digging into some surprising bits, production secrets, maybe some clever business stuff that really fueled its reach.
Okay, so setting the scene. Friends kicked off on NBC September 22, 1994.
Right, but it wasn't like an overnight sensation, was it? I always sort of pictured it exploding immediately.
No, that's a common misconception. Our sources show it was more of a slow burn, actually. It had to build its audience.
So what was the turning point?
Well, a big part of it was the time slot. It landed on Thursday nights, NBC's must-see TV.
Yes. That was the night for television back then.
Absolutely prime real estate.
Yeah.
NBC took a bit of a gamble, with 6 actors who weren't exactly household names yet.
Relative unknowns, yeah.
But they put their faith in it, gave it that slot, and hoped it would anchor the night. And, well, it paid off. Big time.
Okay, so that's the network side. What about the creators? David Crane and Marta Kaufman, Kevin S. Bright producing.
Yeah, and the name. Friends feels so perfect now, so simple. But apparently they went through a few options first.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, get this. One working title was Insomnia Cafe.
Insomnia Cafe? Okay, that's dramatic. Maybe a bit too moody.
Definitely. And another one was 6 of 1.
6 of 1. Sounds a bit like a math problem. Friends was probably the right call.
I think so. Simple, direct, gets the point across.
So from the title to the actual people, before they were these huge stars, there was this moment, sort of prophetic.
Oh, this is a great story. The director, James Burrows, a legend in TV comedy.
Right.
Before the show really blew up, he took the whole main cast. Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc, Matthew Perry, David Schwimmer out to Las Vegas.
Just for fun, or?
Well, partly fun, maybe. But he had a specific reason. He took them to dinner at Caesar's Palace.
Okay.
And he apparently looked at them and said something like, enjoy this.
Enjoy
this moment. He said, because this is the last time any of you will ever be able to do this again. Quietly.
Wow. That's heavy. He knew.
He had incredible foresight, didn't he? Imagine being told your entire life is about to fundamentally change right before it actually happens.
That's wild, the calm before the storm. And that fame led to some pretty insane money, right?
Yeah.
Salaries.
The salary surge is a huge part of the Friends story.
Yeah.
And you have to admire how they handled it.
The unified negotiation.
Exactly. They banded together. The 6 of them insisted on being paid equally. No lead star getting more than the others. It was all for one for all.
That's pretty rare in Hollywood, especially then. So how high did it go?
The final season, it reached, an almost unbelievable number. Each of them was earning $1 million
Per episode.
And they did, 18 episodes in that last season?
So $18 million each for that year. That's staggering.
It really set a precedent for ensemble casts. That collective bargaining power became almost as iconic as the show itself.
Okay, so that's the business side, the money. Let's pivot to the geography. Or maybe the illusion of geography. The show just screams New York City.
It does, doesn't it? The coffee shop, the apartments, the whole vibe.
But that wasn't quite the reality, was it?
Not even close, actually, that New York feeling. Mostly California magic. The show was filmed almost entirely at Warner Bros. Studios in Burbank.
The whole thing. So like Central Perk, the apartments, all on a soundstage in California.
Pretty much all of it. They were masters at creating that Manhattan illusion. Let's be honest, those apartments were huge for New York standards. Right?
Completely unrealistic. You couldn't afford that rent working the jobs they had.
Exactly. But you, the viewer, you didn't really care about the rent logistics. You cared about the people inside those walls. The sets felt familiar, cozy even.
Even the opening credits. What, the fountain? That feels so New York, splashing around.
Nope. Also California. That fountain is on the Warner Bros. Ranch. Also in Burbank.
Get out here, really?
Yep. It's one of those successful bits of location trickery in TV history, maybe. It worked because the writing and the cast chemistry felt authentic.
Speaking of authentic, Sometimes the best stuff isn't even scripted, right? Was there much improv?
Oh, definitely. That cast chemistry allowed for it. They could play off each other so well. A classic example is that Ross line. You know the one.
Wait, my sandwich?
That's the one. His Thanksgiving leftover sandwich gets eaten at work, and he just loses it. Apparently, that level of meltdown wasn't fully scripted.
It's such a perfect Ross moment, though. That slightly unhinged, very specific rage.
It really is. And it shows that the creators, even in this, high-pressure environment, they let the actor's natural energy shine through. It made it feel real.
Okay, so that realness really connected. And it spilled out into actual culture, too, didn't it? Like,
Well,
the hair.
oh, the Rachel. You can't talk 90s pop culture without mentioning the Rachel. Jennifer Aniston's haircut.
It was everywhere. Every magazine, every salon.
A total global phenomenon. Women all over the world were asking for that layered look.
But here's the funny thing I read. Aniston herself didn't even like it.
Isn't that great? Apparently, she found it really difficult to style and maintain. She kind of hated it.
So she creates this iconic look for millions, but personally, she's struggling with it every morning. That's hilarious.
It really shows the power of that visual branding, though. It took on a life of its own, just like the music did.
Yes. The theme song, I'll Be There For You by the Rembrandts. Those opening claps. Instant recognition.
And it wasn't just background music for the show. It became a massive hit single because of the show.
Right. It climbed the charts. People were buying the single.
It showed how TV could totally cross over into the music industry in a huge way.
And then there was Phoebe's contribution to music.
Oh, absolutely. How could we forget Smelly Cat?
Smelly cat, what are they feeding you? A true classic.
It started as this quirky joke song, right? But it became genuinely iconic. And get this, years later, Lisa Kudrow actually performed Smelly Cat live on stage with Taylor Swift.
No way! With Taylor Swift.
Yep, which just shows how long-lasting that cultural impact is. A silly song connecting generations.
That's incredible. From a fictional coffee house stage to performing with a global pop star. And speaking of the coffee house, Central Perk itself.
Central Perk is practically the seventh friend, isn't it? That set design was genius. So recognizable, so cozy.
It became a symbol of the show.
So much so that they've built replicas of it around the world. Like actual coffee shops you can go visit. There was a pop-up one in New York for the 20th anniversary in 2014.
It was their home base, the place they always ended up. Always there.
Exactly. And the industry recognized the show's power, too. It wasn't just popular, it got critical acclaim.
Right. They won Emmys.
Yep, 6 primetime Emmys in total, including the big one, Outstanding Comedy Series, in 2002. So it had the viewers and the awards.
And the guest stars. The level of celebrity they got on that show was pretty nuts.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Huge movie stars wanted to be on Friends. We're talking Brad Pitt.
Who was married to Aniston at the time, right? That was a whole thing.
Yep. Julia Roberts. George Clooney back in his ER days. Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. I heard a story about that. Didn't he lose a bet or something?
Apparently. The story goes he lost a bet to Matthew Perry and ended up donating his guest star fee to charity.
That's amazing. It just shows they were like the center of the pop culture universe then. Everyone wanted in. Okay, let's get in some deeper cuts. Character trivia. Stuff only maybe the real diehards know. What about Ross's monkey?
Marcel. The capuchin monkey.
Was it just one monkey?
Actually, no. Marcel was primarily played by a female capuchin named Katie, but there was apparently another monkey actor involved too. So shared custody of the role.
Sharing the monkey spotlight.
All right.
Okay. And Phoebe's twin sister, Ursula. That wasn't just invented for Friends, was it?
Good catch. No, Ursula Buffet actually existed before Friends. Lisa Kudrow was already playing her on another NBC sitcom.
Which one?
Mad About You. She was a waitress on that show. So the writers just decided to make them identical twins and brought the Ursula character over.
That's brilliant. Kind of connecting the dots within that whole must-see TV universe.
Exactly. It made the whole TV landscape feel sort of interconnected back then.
So looking back now, 2 decades after it ended, what's the big takeaway? The lasting legacy.
I mean, the global reach is undeniable. Translated into so many languages, constantly streaming, finding new audiences.
It tapped into something universal, maybe? That time in your life when your friends are your family.
I think that's a huge part of it. That chosen family, navigating adulthood together, that resonates everywhere.
They did try to keep it going, didn't they? With a spin-off.
They did, briefly. Matt LeBlanc starred in Joey from 2004 to 2006.
Right. How did that go?
Not so well. It only lasted 2 seasons. It kind of proved that the magic really was in that specific ensemble of 6. You couldn't just isolate one piece.
The chemistry was the key ingredient.
It seems like it. It just wasn't the same.
So that brings us pretty much to the end of our dive. We've hit the $1 million paydays, the fountain in Burbank, Smelly Cat's rise to fame.
Even celebrity monkeys and interconnected twins. We've seen how it was this, very carefully constructed show, the salaries, the California sets, the strategic time slot.
Yeah, very produced in a lot of ways.
But somehow, despite all that behind-the-scenes calculation and, frankly, fabrication, it projected this feeling of butter authenticity, didn't it? This real, relatable New York life.
It really did. Which leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener. How did they pull that off?
Yeah, how did this very manufactured world, the giant apartments, the California sound stages pretending to be Manhattan, create such a powerful, lasting sense of realness and connection for people all over the globe?
Was the emotional honesty, the focus on friendship and just figuring things out so strong that it just made the fake background totally irrelevant?
Something to think about. What made the illusion feel so true?
Mull that over. We'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.
We'll see you then.